the deal? What's up, everyone? How's everybody doing? How are we on this lovely Sunday evening? I'm having a miserable day today, but it's always great because I'm Wix 9. Yeah, my AC's out. It's like fucking like 100 degrees in my house. You guys tell? I'm a little red. I'm waiting on the AC guy, but my AC's out. It's fucking hot. As soon as the stream's over, I'm going to a hotel. Yeah, it went out and it's like fucking, it's like 90 degrees outside, 95 degrees outside. It's like 9 degrees inside for me right now. I got a fan and another fan, and these are my #1 fans. And they're all around me and they're blowing at me, but it's still hot. Yeah, so if this shit don't get fixed in the next hour or two, I'm going to a hotel. Yeah, it was out like 2 weeks ago, and same thing. And you know what I think it is? I think it's the massive rain that we get. We get like flash flooding, and then oh, the PC is fucking beautiful. The PC is like 30 degrees right now, 40. No, it's 40. It's still running hot. Like 32 is normal for it. Lizard gonna die now. Lizards love it when it's hot. They're cold-blooded. I'm your #1 fan. I hear that. All right, gang. Let's just get into it real quickly. The daily closed beautifully over here, right? If we can re-break the daily lows that we made earlier today, I think we're gonna head down probably 1930s area. Yep, retest these lows. Once we break the 4-hour low, you see how the 4-hour right now is respecting. If we close, right? If we close, Shafiq, welcome. If we close below this area here on the next 4-hour, even if it closes bullish, we're going to look for the 4-hour celery to come down here below these lows. Okay. Now, get rid of that. Let's jump down to the 1-hour. The 1-hour found support, so we would need to break this support on the 1-hour to continue heading back down. Looking like probably below here. I'm gonna see. It looks good below here too. I want to see how we close, how we end up closing here. Yeah, I think this is a more valid level. That's exactly where we rejected off of here. See, so we're gonna have sells below this area. We're gonna move it over right now because it's the hourly. Hold on, let me not even put that there yet. Let's see how the 5 looks here. Yeah, so like I said, we're probably gonna end up moving it down, and we're gonna move it down here. Oh, below here, we'll have sells. This is 1946.389, so closure below 1946.389, we will have sells. Just a 4-hour break. We'll see. We might take this off a higher time frame depending on how this closes, but for now the 5 is below 46.389, and for us to take buys, we'd have to re-break these highs. Yep. We'd have to probably re-break 1950.4. See where it is on the 5. And the reason I have it all the way at 1952.2 is because of the daily top wick, right? Daily's massive. Yeah, we can come all the way up here to 1976. It's tough. I think, yeah, we need to re-break the 4-hour highs here. The previous 4-hour, or once we close here, this 4-hour here, 1953.932. I think above there, we could start heading up. Because up until this point, I think we can make a top wick and continue heading down. And bring that up even higher. So we could form a range 2, right? Right now we don't have a range 2 yet. Look at the higher time frame. So we have, right? We have a range here, and we need a range 2 somewhere in this area, right? So wherever we form a resistance somewhere here, that's going to be our range 2, and buys will be above there. For now, the higher time, even the 4-hour hasn't even formed a range. Just gave us a support, no resistance yet. So the key is going to be in this 4-hour close, staying below this area, staying below 1949 flat. Right, until we break these highs over here, I'm not gonna look for buys. All right, who's here? Ignacio, Joey, Falcon. What's the deal, everybody? Falcon, I don't leave my streams in the middle of a position. That only happened twice. And it only happened when I had to go. It was late. My kids were there. To go put my kids to bed. Would you say the 30-minute has a range too? Yeah, I read that comment, Falcon. I read it. People sent it to me. People send me the weirdest shit. Like, I'll be mentioned somewhere else in the world and people will send it to me. I don't know how. Oh, who's snitching? Not me. I ain't telling you nothing. Jake Good in the house. All right. Bowser's in the Zoom. Peek. You guys can all, if you want, by the way, you can unmute. How much room do we have to fill below here? It's 6 pips, 9 pips. No, not that much. These are very small ranges. We just have them extended, right? This really should be like this. Not even bad though, not gonna lie. Don went to bed and left us 100 pips in drawdown. When? Last week? Mine's hit stops. He held and then he fucking made 100,000. W Don. Yeah, I was down like 3% for the day. So chat, here's the deal. The AC don't work in my house, right? And like, you know what happens to a man when he's frustrated and it's 90 degrees? And not just frustrated, but like if somebody like says something wrong or like just mentions something wrong or says something that's not even way too wrong, but I'll take it like that because I'm irritated right now, right? It's fucking 100 degrees in here. Like I'm about to flip. Say something. I dare somebody. Ooh. I feel like Pinky in next Friday. Video store. Say something. Doesn't get paid by funding. He gets offers from funding companies. Families off getting ice cream or something. Yeah. No, they're back in here. They just got back. They're not that hot. They're chilling, right? They just got back, but I think as soon as I'm done streaming here, I'm gonna take everybody and we're gonna go somewhere else. Thing is, my setup's here, right? And I don't trade off my phone. I gotta be back here at like 6 in the morning. Or as Don says, 6 a.m. in the morning. The Heat have something going for them, or they have going for them. Can't believe he didn't call the pineapples though. I was a little pissed. I think he did call the pineapples. He had a second trade. He just doesn't tell you when he takes 5 positions on that second trade. That's on you. That's on your comfort levels. Down at Moore just needed his call because it was his trade from the start. Yes, but like, are you seeing why he took the trade? Did you feel comfortable in it? Like I had 2 positions. I didn't have 5 or 6, right? But that was just my comfort level. We had very similar positions. The first one I had opened like 5 minutes before him, and then the second one he opened like 5 minutes before me. Basically almost the same interest, almost the same ideas. Well, same breakdown. Just entries were a little different. Be careful here too. We're bullish on the 1 hour and the previous 1 hour, right? So this one could still flip at any time in the next 30 minutes. 35 minutes. Chat, you guys can kind of talk amongst yourselves if you want. Give me a minute. Let's see if there's any news on the AC. And if, don't worry, I'm not taking any positions here. Even if we flip, I'm not gonna have a position here till this, most likely till this 4 hour close, or if we just, yeah, 4 hour close, because we're gonna need to drive down and then we're gonna need to grab liquidity. So either we come down below 1946.389 and grab liquidity then at around 1948.5 areas, or we come up here to around 1950 and then we can take sells back off the rib below 1949. this would be a higher time frame, because if it drives up here, right, if it just ends up driving up to these areas, I'm going to look for a higher time for, or I'm going to look for us to pull back into these areas, and I'm going to look for a higher time frame closure below here. It's going to be a fake out on maybe the 1 hour on the 30 once we come up there, and once we come back down here, I'm either going to look for this trade to come back down, or right here will be off the rip, right? But right now this area is not off the rip. Right now we need to close below. Right now we need to close below here, right, and then come back up. But if we come up here and do this, then once we close below here, it'll be off the rip, okay? Because then we'll have liquidity grabbed in these areas. Come in, Jack. So give me a couple minutes. I wanna check something out. Take a couple pulls. I'll be right back. BRB. Where's Green? Green never shows up to this session. I dropped the link for all the mods, right? So the mods can show up. I also got some really fire bud today.
Did I hear some fire bird?
Fire bird, yes. Who am I talking to?
Jack.
Jack, what's up, dude?
How's it going, man?
Same shit, different toilets. You know what it is. I'm outside taking in the breeze. Well, it's actually not that
Lovely.
outside. Like I go outside and the breeze, but during the day it was just a wind. And even if I opened up like all the doors like 2 hours ago, it's humid as hell. But now I guess it makes you cooler.
I think, sorry, Wix, I think you're too far away. You keep cutting in and out.
I'm walking back.
Oh, I didn't really get all of that. Well, I don't think anyone did.
I said it's not that bad right now outside. I went outside. Sorry, I went to the other end of my yard, and I guess it lost connection. But it's not that bad outside because like there's a bit of a breeze. But during the day, it was just standing heat, no breeze at all.
Well, not good.
No bueno, absolutely no good. And the thing is, like, you know, it was a weird day too. I ran out of bud earlier, and I had to go pick up, but I didn't have a chance, and I just went like right before stream, so I haven't even smoked all day. So I was like, you know, frustrated, no bud. Then it's hot, it's like 9 degrees, and then it's like, you know, kids, I'm gonna kill everybody.
It's all going on. Is it legal in where you are? Where are you? You're Florida somewhere, aren't you? Or are you Miami?
I'm in Florida. Yeah, I'm in South Florida. I'm right outside Miami.
Okay. Oh, cool.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale area. But
yeah, what is it legal for you? Sorry,
it's medicinal. So yeah, if you got a medical card, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I'm driving down here. Look at this 30. Previous thing is, we can't even take cells here. Previous 30. Close with no bottom wick. So we want the hourly here to drive down. This is good because look, the 4 hour has flipped, broke the previous 4 hour. The hourly is flipped here. We're on a bearish day, so I'd expect us to continue driving down. We just have to be careful once we close below 46 here, so that it's going to pull back up for liquidity.
Would you expecting it to come back up a little higher on the 4 hour?
Oh yeah, I wanted at 51, 52 areas.
That's it. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
So right now we're gonna See, okay, let me show you something.
I got fucking clapped at the end of that session on Friday. I tried getting buys. You see where you was looking for it to tap into 52. I knew it was really risky, and I thought, I'll go for it with like 10 pip stop loss. I got fucked.
No, you can't go with the 10 pip stop loss. You got to go with a logical
I
sell.
don't.
So
Yeah,
you
I
should have
did.
just dropped your lots.
I did do that. I ended up increasing it a little, but I still got clapped anyway because it just kept fucking driving, didn't it, till market close.
Yeah, I know. Especially on Fridays,
decision.
you got to be careful on Fridays because once it drops parabolic like that, just do not counter trend.
As soon as I actually got in there, I remembered that happened. The last time it really drove on a Friday, about 2-3 weeks ago, it done the same exact thing.
Yeah,
exactly. They're not trying to like, you know, grab a better price by Friday, right? They're really trying to get to where they're going at the end of the range.
Yeah. I don't think I think like right now they're finishing. They didn't have time to get to where they're going, so we might see the continuance.
We might see a continuation, yeah. I'm expecting that. We have a lot of range here. We have massive range. Hold on a second. Yo, Don, if you're creeping, I just got your text. It's our track here. Let's see if we can bring some volume to this track. We got volume without it, actually. See, I'm looking at the hourly here, and for us to fill the range, I want a candle like this. Like, I want something like this. Grab all the liquidity and then flip back down. I'll get all these candles like that. At this point, everyone was thinking, oh, this is bullish. This is going up. Once these candles were really green. So, we don't necessarily have to close below this area. Well, we didn't need to close below this area to grab this wick, but I think right now we need to close below this area and then grab this liquidity. Because this is just a range, right? And we need to close below that. So the next hourly can pull up, break the previous hourly highs here. 49.50 area, maybe even better 52 area. I think we can see some flips. It might happen quickly. If not, I'm gonna stick around for London today. You guys might hear from me around London session. I really want to fill the daily wick, and I think that's gonna happen through London. There's a lot of volume.
Yeah.
This wick over here to 1932.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
that's still a good amount of.
The reason I don't want to take buys today is the reason. Well, the reason we shouldn't have taken sells on Thursday night. I think ideally it was a good trade. It's just our stops, like we couldn't go any higher, right? You'd have to sit through, like our stops would have been 50 pips more on both positions, and I just couldn't justify that. But I'd rather get out, and then once we're in the right direction, then be in there.
Yeah, because it ended up dropping after, like a ways after.
I mean, like it did what it was supposed to do. It just did it.
Yeah.
10 hours later.
Yeah.
So let's wait for it to do what it's supposed to do and not be in the pullback here for a bullish move, but wait for it to grab liquidity and then continue down bearish. Welcome, Jay, to the Zoom. Oh, give me one sec, chat. Daily top wick already? Yeah. It looks good here. I'm gonna need a pullback. I don't care. Close below, yeah. So I'm gonna wait. If the 4 hour wants to fill and run, great. It's gonna clear out range, make a low, and then we'll trade it to the low, whatever it creates right now. If we get to 1942, we'll probably be off the rip on the next hourly if it does drive here, and then the next hourly goes below it. But right now, I want to pull back above 1946, above 1950 actually. No news. Saw before, these wicks, and these wicks, somewhere in this area. You can come up there, grab liquidity there, and start coming back down. We'll have some sells. If it doesn't happen by the end of Asian session, these are really good moves to watch for London, especially below 42 here, because below 42, this is the 5
Just clean traffic.
well, this is the 5 minute. Imagine if this is the 5 minute, the 1 hour are extremely clean. Like with a
Yeah.
Jump to the 1 hour.
Yeah, I hope this next 1 hour makes the top wick.
It's just clean candles, up, down, up, down. Not much going on here. Yeah, you got 15 minutes to the 4 hour close there. Tom went to the casino this weekend. Came up a little. When does he not come up? Oh, this guy. Niagara Falls. Hit the casino. Yeah, if you're trying to see him, just stake out at the Niagara Falls Casino. What up, gang? They answered you, casino effects. Right near the beach, boy. 5 closed bullish here, right? Technically, that's support. And we could bring this down here. This our new support. So now we need a closure below there once the next hourly comes up. Unless this candle comes down here, creates a steeper low. That's crazy. Yeah, drop a like if you're on here. Private stream likes. Let's get this shit to 400. Give me liquidity grab. So we come down here. Let's see if we can retest these lows, right? So the market made a low. Let's see. Let's say we don't close below here. What kind of closure do we need so we can retest the lows? Yeah, this is cool. Clean. Yeah, if we come up close bullish above 1947 here, above 1947.38, I don't mind taking sells to fill this range as long as the candles here are going to be clean. As long as it's a clean drive up, we're going to have a clean drive down. But if forms ranges here, then we're going to wait for closures below 45.98. Air horn Dan, welcome. Uh-oh. Yo, cat, what are you doing with your cat over there? Is that Bowser?
Sorry, that was my daughter.
Oh,
He's swinging the cat round as well.
I thought it was a cat. Meow.
That's
It's Jay's daughter. That's funny. Cause I saw Bowser's mic go mute. I was like, oh, What are you doing with the cat, dog? Put down the cat. Yo, the game is on, right? The Heat game's on right now. I'm completely oblivious to that fact right now. Hold on. Turn the TV on. Oh, the Yankees game. Oh, that's not on ESPN. Right, that's right. It's on ABC. Ah, shit. We only down 9. Single digits. Anything's possible. Only down 9. Yeah, if the Heat get one game from the Nuggets, they already outdid LeBron and the Lakers. So that's a W. Six minutes here to the 4-hour close. It's a nice drop here. I like how they did that. I told Don, get this guy for the in-person. Get this Harris Heller dude for the in-person. Oh, it's just that easy and we're already down 13? Hey, Paul in the house. What's the deal? How is you? You know what I just realized? None of these things are marked off. Huh. You've got to start hitting some shots. Nobody can hit a shot. Minutes here. Bumbaclat. Where's that shit?
Outside med det! No for the inside! Outside med det!
What did he say? No more what?
Yo, you guys didn't see the video?
No.
That dude's a clown. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the video somewhere. That's funny.
It sounded like Irish or maybe northeastern
I think it's
from
British
UK.
or something. Hold on.
Yeah, it's northern.
crazy. He's speaking patois. Aside me that. You look like a Batman. Yeah, he looked like the Joker.
The Joker, yeah. The Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah, the Riddler, not the Joker.
Yeah, he's got a Riddler with a pink suit and a green.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's a competition. It sounded Spanish. He's speaking patois. All patois that's just broken language. That's what it means. Broken language. I think. Batman villain. Yo, who said that to me today? Did you guys see the Wolverine mask? It looks like two Batmans kissing, and now I can't unsee it. Someone sent that to me today. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yo, don't that look like two Batmans kissing right there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I see it with the bodies now.
You
Yeah,
literally
no doubt.
can't not see that, can you?
Yeah.
Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah. Thanks. Now we can't unsee it.
Someone sent that earlier to me today. I was like, yo, thank you. Appreciate you.
That's crazy. What? Right.
I appreciate you ruining my childhood.
Gotcha. Anytime, bro. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I remember the old Batmans when
Hold on.
they used to put the signs with the boom and the. Oh man, that was the old Batman. It was like a comic book, real show. Well, I thought that outside mini stuff was like a scene from like an old movie with some guy like screaming out a window, like old medieval times. And then you play a guy with a pink suit walking down the projects or something. It's crazy.
It's not even the projects. That's the nice bit of London.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was like North London. Fucking hell, here it goes. Ooh, that's got some volume.
Mm.
That was my AC guy.
Oh, nice.
I said, are you on your way? He said
What do
it
you-
would be there first thing in the morning.
What?
What did you say? That's cool, dude.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't
cool.
even. It wasn't even him.
AC.
It was his. So she's like, yo,
Secretary.
she's she's not a sec. She's not sitting in an office somewhere. It's like it's probably like his wife or something. But
Yeah.
she picked up. She's like, okay, he's busy with another person, and he's got a really big job right after that he's running late to. And she's like, we know you, we know about you, but it's just these people have really bad job. Like their shit is, and like I don't want to call somebody else because this is somebody that does my shit everywhere. Like he knows this shit in and out.
What's happened? What is your AC not working?
Yeah, the AC is out.
Is it Mitsubishi?
It's like a Mitsubishi. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
is it
brand.
like a what are those called?
I know a bit about them.
Yeah, the
No,
converter, what are they?
No,
The wall ones.
no, it's a AC. It's a central air. So I just typically set the temperature, and it. Hold on a second, John. So yeah, it's a central air, so it's a unit that stays like it's in
Mm-hmm.
one of the
Yeah,
closets.
I
But
know what it is.
the big piece, like it's like a huge fan type of thing, turbine thing. It stands
Yeah,
outside the house, and I think it's because we had like really like wild rain yesterday.
yeah,
Look at this. We're grabbing great liquidity.
yeah.
here.
It's the compressor. It's the compressor outside.
So the last time what happened was the capacitor in the compressor.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know how that breaks when it rains, but I think that's the same thing again.
Yeah.
All right, gang. So this is nice. Look, we grab liquidity. If we can see maybe a 30 or a 15 closure back below here, give us an idea that we're going to head down, retest the lows. So something like this bearish red candle printing right now, except if we can just print something like this by end of the 30, then top wick, and we'll look to retest the lows. And this is going to be our entry. Outside of that, right now, this is really good liquidity. If we close below here, we're going to be in off the rip. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is really nice liquidity grab here. Now we were looking at 50 areas, 51, but the way this 4-hour just came up. And what do we have here? This is right the most recent here, 47. So this isn't bad. This is really, really nice. The thing is, typically, if this was the 30 or an hourly closure, we could take the fake out here right back down, but it's not. This is still, the fake out is still into a bullish hourly. So if we can get that 30 close bear here, which means the hourly will respect this area, and then it'll start flipping. Ooh, that a lot of volume. A lot of uncertainty in this candle, in these candles, because you know what happens, right? People are thinking, oh, that's it, it's flipping. They start entering early, and that's just a liquidity grab for it to continue heading up. So this is where impulsive traders tend to blow accounts.
Yep.
Disconnected? What disconnected? What do you mean? Are you yours YouTube's up? My YouTube just disconnected for a second. Is that Keelan? I just saw that. Keelan sounds a little bit like that. It's the accent. The British. The British mixed with like the Jamaican. Like it's a very, very unique.
It definitely looks like a nice top wick on the 1 hour.
Yeah, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, they're all looking really good. Just gotta close below on the 5. Yeah, 12, 15. There's a lot of room here. Our stops looking like 6. Yeah. So, maybe the next 5. Yeah, we'll look to around 1939. Whoa. I'm gonna have a lot more confidence in this trade if this candle just flips here and closes below. But if it doesn't, no harm, no foul. Okay, we can't take this fake out here. We can remove that. If it comes up here and breaks the highs and starts driving up, that's by no means a buy. That's just setting up probably for sells there in London. It's probably going to make a steeper 4-hour wick before driving for London, pre-London. But I wouldn't be bullish today. We don't necessarily have to break highs at 1953 to be bullish. We have to start closing bullish. So it's either we break these highs or we start closing bullish on higher time frames within these areas between 1953 to 47. We start getting 4-hour bullish closures, 1-hour bullish closures, then we can start looking bullish. But the way that works here, so if the 4-hour here prints bullish, and the next one doesn't break its lows, you might see it range find resistance. It would be like a 5 a.m. candle, so 5 to 9 a.m. So you would still see, for this to move bullish, you'd probably want to see New York session. So this closes at 1 a.m. and unless this breaks the previous 4-hour high, you can't look for buys yet on the next at 1 a.m. unless you start getting hourly closures above these areas too, above the previous 4-hour high. So it'll all have to fall in line there. But if the 4-hour closes bullish like it is right now, I don't believe you're going to see much bullish momentum for London. You might range and bounce off a support to drive up for London, or you're going to break these lows and you're going to, drive up for New York, or you're going to break the lows and then drive down for London. Did we break this high? No, right? Oh, yeah, it did, barely.
Yeah, we broke the high.
The support to hold support, it has to... Support to be supported has to hold support, yeah? You ain't lying.
No.
Damn, so I'm gonna be on here for the New York session. Hot as fuck. He said he come in 10 a.m. I'm gonna ask him if he could do pre-NY.
There's emergency calls too.
Everyone trying to become a trader, Chad. I need an AC repairman. Like if you guys do AC, fuck trading. Just move next to me, and AC is the thing. AC is it. I like the billboards they have here.
I can still trade and fix roofs, but I know nothing about ACs.
Well, when I need a roof, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Need a roof. You got water leaking all over your computer. I can fix that.
You guys think this is fucking scissor? This is fucking water that's coming down right now. That's why I have it here.
Is it a mechanical like problem with it? Do you think, or is it electrical? Because sometimes
I think it's the capacitor. That's what I think it is.
Because sometimes when they trip out, like if you've had a storm or something, they unlink themselves between, like it's paired normally between indoors and outdoors for temperature and shit.
I'm not going to go YouTube AC and start becoming AC.
No, you don't need. If you just
you didn't see if it's getting power.
Switch it off outside. There should be like an isolator.
Like it works. Like I could turn it on, and I hear it. Right, it works.
Cold.
It's just not
blowing out.
And nothing.
Oh.
Could be need to recharge or something.
Like, I don't know. I turned it off. I'll try again in a little bit.
Fucking YouTube it.
That'd be the condenser's fucked.
Like I YouTube enough things. Like I know how to do so much stuff. Like I'm not YouTubing.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I know so much useless stuff that I never need to know anymore. Before I need it.
Yeah.
But everything I've ever learned has come from YouTube. Like anything that I
YouTube
know how to
University?
do, it's all YouTube. I just YouTube it. Like how do you do this? How do you do that? From fucking electrical work to everything to carpentry.
Furniture and shit. Well, you guys don't really have furniture.
I've YouTubed everything.
Hey, I'm interested if that when they made that new high, if that high is
we might re-break the highs here. You're gonna see this on the. That's why I took the. This doesn't look bad, right? On the 15, like a fake out. 15 looks interesting.
Because right now with this candle here, we're projecting Friday's lows. So we made a wick above Friday's lows, and now we're rejecting it. But we got to get below the daily. Okay?
It's gonna be interesting how this closes here.
Fucking snake won't eat rats, man. It's the third rat I've had to buy and throw away because she won't eat it.
It's an air rifle.
Huh?
Oh man.
No, they're not cheap. They're like $10-15 a rat because they're like jumbo ones.
I don't know if that's a first
Jumbo
world
rat.
problem or a third world problem. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of issue that is.
The fucking jumbo rat.
Jumbo frozen rat. Yeah, they're expensive, bro. A jumbo frozen rat.
That's more than a steak.
Yeah, this is a ball python snake. I've had her for like 20 years.
You had a python for
Could be
20
two.
years?
Yeah, I've had her since like my son was fucking before he was born. Yeah.
I bet you let it out, it'll still eat the fuck out of you.
She's real chill. She's like old. I think she can't see anymore. 25, 30 years sometimes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Maybe longer. She's fucking laid eggs before. Like, it's crazy.
I'm not big on
They like
snakes.
clone themselves.
So you have mini snakes too? Baby snakes?
No, dude. They started to smell, so I took them out because they're like it's not normal. I mean, it's normal, but it's not normal. Like, sometimes they're infertile, but I did break them open and there was snakes in there. So they definitely weren't infertile. But the fucking smell. Like, you'd have to, like, incubate them and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they fuck all that. It's more like rotten eggs, bro. Like bad.
Feed it pancakes all of a sudden. Do not feed your snake pancakes.
I mean, she just said, so maybe I gotta wait another week or so. I don't know. Try it one more time.
This is nice for a fake out here. Alright. 15's closing. Oh, 15's closing in 10 minutes. Alright. It's that time to flip the tape. It's only the first hour of the 4 hour. Might close bullish on the hourly and then get an hourly seller replay down. Typically, I like these fake outs, how it's printed here, for us to retest the lows, but I wanted that on the first candle, right? Now we're just kind of printing side by side, not driving. So it's kind of, we've made a low here, right? And then it retested the low after it came up here. It retested that low. Now it came up again. I don't know where it's going to find support. So to be sure, I want it below here. So it could still just find support in here and continue heading up. Once we close below 4630, 46.03, will be our confirmation of the 4 hour having a top wick, the hourly having top wick. We're breaking the previous hourly lows, so it will be a lot of things falling in line, and the 5 closing below here. So you see, as Don would say, what is this candle doing? See, chat, what is this candle doing that none of these candles were able to do before? That's right, close below. Wasn't even close. I don't know.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Can't do his accent. He doesn't have an accent. It's just Canadian.
I find it really strange. There's a lot of people that can't keep up with him, but I can't work out why. Because I don't really think he talks that fast. I think he's just normal.
There's not a lot of like native, I guess, English speakers, and then for them,
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's
kinda,
true. Yeah.
It's kind of monotone too, right? He's not like like not too much emotion, right? So it kind of like all flows together.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that because there is a lot of people from all over, isn't there?
For them, it's like probably not their first language, so. What's the score here? It's halftime. Chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to make everyone yawn. Can we flip? Last year we would have taken this sell with like a 10 pip stop here.
Oh.
And a 10 pip TP. Like beginning of last year, this was a sell back in range on a fake out. and then we would have sat here and ranged. I love how after the Sunday Unfiltered, after this session, I make this stream public, and always by like 2, 3 a.m. I have 3 or 4 messages. Is this live?
Nice.
They're not
Pretty
typing
cool,
in the
dude.
chat. They're typing in the comment section. Like, is this live? I might get an email. You have messages. Oh, yo, W, the homie hit 60K. Shout out to Don, 60K subs.
Cool.
Yo, he hit 50 when I had 8,500.
That was about a month ago, wasn't it?
No, it was
A bit more.
More. It was about a month, 2 months ago. I had like 8,000, and he was pushing 50. Now 10,000 later, I got like 3 in the same time span. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's still good growth, isn't it? Percentage-wise, yours
No,
might be more
my
percentage
growth,
than his.
my growth is good. Like, there's people that have been streaming
Yeah,
2 years
yeah.
longer than me and don't have 10 or barely have 10, right? But it's just, value speaks for itself.
Yeah.
It's speaking volumes.
I better shut up then. I'm ruining it.
No, I'm talking about Don. Yeah, value unmatched. Yeah, absolutely.
They're all unsubscribing now.
Like, he does so much for nothing, right? Like it's really, he don't need to do that shit. Doesn't, like, forget about streaming, like, right? We don't need to stream, like, we're good, right? But that's just, there's a positive there too. Like, we enjoy that, but like the terminal, the journal, the website, like, it's all free, right? I think he's losing money on the mouse pads, right? Not even losing, but it's free. It's basically done for free. There's no money
Yeah.
being made on it.
Good shit. Yeah, there's no one else doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. And anyone that is doing this kind of stuff, they're charging. And I think anyone who's doing that kind of stuff that's charging is not doing the same quality.
Yeah, because they're only doing it for the one sole purpose. They don't really want to build something for any other purpose other than the money on its own.
Well, let me tell you something. Some people have a lot of value for what they do, right? So they don't want to give up what they do for free. They want to charge.
Of course.
Fine. But like I said, if they're going to charge, oh shit. Like I said, no one's doing this much value for free. And if they are, they're charging. It's not always motivated by, like, it's a lot of time it's ego. Like, hey, I've spent a lot of time and, let's wait and see
It's
who's learning
easy
this. Why would I give it away for free? But we just don't look at it like that. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and once you're there, it's easy to exploit that, isn't it?
How did we get to Yen? How did we get to GJ just now? Get off my watch list.
Get on the
How do-
23-minute. See when it's closing.
How do I delete this? Oh, the X right there. Get off my watch list. We done with you. It's like, hold on, we flipped and drove and I don't have anything marked up?
We would have had a closure in the 23-minute time frame.
I don't even
5
know where
minutes
that
ago.
went. Look at that. It's not even, it's in there. Let's see. It looks like a bottom wick on the 23-minute. We can flip up.
Wow.
Although
Well,
the previous 23-minute didn't have a top wick. Yo,
it's
23
one of
is
them order
loaded.
blocks.
This is really nice. I like this time frame.
Actually, it isn't too bad, is it?
You might have some cells here in 40 seconds. guys already know?
Maybe the next one.
Maybe the next 5. That's right. Nice if this could come back up and grab a top wick here, but I'm still going to be off the rip on the next 5 if we close below. Four minutes, gang. Hold on. Let me get some pre-trade fuel.
And a stretch.
He's got a pre-workout. I got a pre-trader. Oh, this girl.
I've got to do a pre-trade dance.
Oh, look at my J outside. She's smoking off my shit. It's crazy. You know, when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of the dark. You know, like I would look outside my window when I was falling asleep when I was a kid, and the trees would make like crazy shapes, right? I'd be like, holy shit, that's a monster. I'm talking about when I was like 5, 6 years old, right? Maybe even younger. And I just walked outside and I'm looking at the palm trees like in the dark, and you know, they look so like funny and pretty with the whole shit just out and about. I'm like, yo, I probably would not have even been scared of the dark if I grew up in Florida. If it was palm trees and not like oak trees and shit, making weird shapes. Palm tree look funny when you look at it.
Yeah.
You probably also went really high when you was 5.
When I was 5, I was still in Ukraine. I'm talking about like, because there isn't light, right? It's not like over here. Streets are lit up and everything. Like it gets like, growing up in Ukraine, yo, it gets 5 p.m., 6 p.m. There's no lights on the streets. Like some neighborhoods. Mostly everywhere was dark. I used to live on the 4th floor, 3rd floor, and pitch black. No elevator. You would have to go into the building. It was like the building that we lived. It was from like Khrushchev times, Stalin times, right?
Well, like Soviet era stuff.
Yeah, like the Soviet era stuff.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. So there's no elevators, metal staircases, nothing is lit, right? And like you be scared, you know, you come home late, you walk into your own like, you know, hallway or like whatever you're building, you don't know like anyone in there or no one's in there because nothing is lit up.
Was it one of those kind of like rural?
No, I
what do
lived
you
in a
call it,
big
like-
city. I lived in a big
Oh, really?
city. Yeah.
Okay.
City of heroes.
Because you know
Bro,
there's like
I
those
lived-
typical villages, but they have like
No,
flat or like town or
Look it
like
up.
whatever you
I'm
want to call them.
I'm from Odessa. Odessa is like right on the Black Sea, big resort town. It's not even a town, it's a city.
Oh, cool.
Be the next one. Yeah, now it's not like that, right? 30 years later, 40 years later, 35 years later. Stuff is a lot more modernized, but they're living still like a few generations behind. Can we close below here?
It looks like a good area though, in general. Like a good location in Europe.
4-hour flip here, driving, right?
Oh, sorry.
We might have cells here off the roof. Let it for 5.
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, just took a sell here. All right, gang. Post it on here. That did nothing. Made a dot. Let's see how these stops play out. These are the most ideal stops right here for now. 62. And I think we're going 37 area. 34 area. It's full TP. We're not going to get 34 unless we get runners overnight. And this is accounting here for the fact that we might come up and make a steeper 4-hour top wick. But if we start breaking that previous 4-hour, right, we'll need to see the market closing bullish above these areas, above 47, stuff like that, on the higher time frame. I'm sorry, about 50 on the higher time frame. Did we re-break the low on the 4-hour? We didn't. No, I never broke the low. Are we in? Yes, we're in. And really, this is, yeah, we got a 5-minute closure, but this is really based on the higher time frame, the 4-hour, the 1-hour. The 1-hour flipped here, didn't break the low, so we might come up and make a steeper 4-hour wick, but I'm still very bearish. So if it does come up, make a steeper 4-hour wick, we're gonna be sitting here for a while. Well, actually, I'm gonna call it a stream, but I'll be in the chat. I'll call it a stream probably like 10:30 tonight. Well, fuck you, 15. So our advantage point here is roughly 12-13 pips from what we saw at 44.7. Yeah, around 11-12 pips. That's when we'll go break even. And in case of a losing situation, I'd want to see us closing bullish on the 1-hour above probably 49.47. Until then, I'm gonna keep this bearish position open. Doesn't look pretty on the 30. It's like Don's like, I'm just gonna keep the 1-hour open because it looks prettier. Like, bro, just leave the 1. 1's the best. People will lose their minds on the 1.
I'm looking at them all. I got the 1-hour, the 15, the
Oh,
30.
you're sliding just through all of them. You might have pineapples here too. My exact stop is right now. Give me 1 sec. Thank you for asking me. I didn't even set my stops on the broker. My stops are 1952.25.
Could re-break the low here. Let's go.
The way it's printing, I don't think so. I think we're gonna make a steeper wick, but it's all good. I mean, if you guys don't want to sit through drawdown, it's fine. But the way the 5-minute close bullish back above this area, it looks like it's gonna fill the range up or create a steeper top wick, which is why I say we might have pineapples if it does come up above here, above 48. But if it drives down here, great. You know what I mean? Just based on the 5, I don't know. We needed a top wick also. Right, because we wanted that initial 5 to drive. Stop is 4-hour high. No, it's a little bit higher than the 4-hour high. It's the previous 5-minute range. 52.27. It's above the 4-hour high. But you know what I never did? I never updated the record of losses. Yeah. I'm gonna add 2 in there. So I don't hear from people tomorrow. Never update it. Thursday was like 3% for me. What we haven't had here is 3 losses. I mean, I've had 2 losses in a row last year. I think beginning of this year. Okay, we haven't had 3 losses in a row. This will be a first. But don't worry, I'm not planning on a loss here. This, you know, the higher time frame, everything's in our direction. Because we have a 5-minute range right here. Resistance, support. You could say maybe this range, but we have another 5-minute range right here. Resistance, support. And that's why it's above the previous 5-minute range. Because in the current 5-minute range, you break these highs, you can still fake out, come back down, and then for London, you'd have pineapples to come down. That's why I said we might have pineapples, and I'm more confident in pineapples than taking an L here because probability is just on our side. Look at the previous 1 hour, not much liquidity grabbed there, right? You could come up, grab liquidity there, and come down. Here in chat's like, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear straight to TP. TPs incoming. Knowing how to sprint it, this should technically break the previous candle low and drive. It did, but it didn't drive. It rejected, right? So you might see a steeper 4-hour pullback.
I think that was news, that candle. Of some kind.
No, market's pulling back
Dunno.
and drive down, collecting orders. The thing is Thursday, eventually it should come down. Depends when. Be patient. Kids left me notes. It's fun. Oh, hold on, gang. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'm out. Hold on a second. Gonna smoke. Oh shit. It's only a 4-point game. I guess the Heat are gonna make this fun. Might make the fourth quarter fun. Anyone else watching the game?
Not me.
Yeah, I feel like people are like, whenever their team loses, they don't even pay attention to who wins. As long as it wasn't their team, they don't care. Want a closure, blosure? Yeah, I hear you. I wanted a closure, blosure too. We got one. Got one on the 5 after creating a top hook on the 1 and the 4.
Hmm.
5 minute we enter, have a bottom wick on your broker, it didn't for me. Had a small bottom wick, but I'm not basing it on the bottom wick on the 5 because we're in the middle of a 4 hour or 1 hour. I think the 4 hour just came up and created a steeper top wick. Yeah, it did. We just grabbed more liquidity than we had before. Did it? No, it didn't. Almost did. But we were in the middle of a higher time frame candle that's driving, right? So the 4 hour made a top wick, came down. The 1 hour made a top wick, came down. 5 minute close below our range. Looking at these wicks here, I'm gonna start sample sizing that. Once we close below, having a sell stop below this candle wick. How many more pips was that? 2 pips, yeah. For more confirmation. It would be because this is cleaner, right? There's no rejection below here. So you don't have to sit through drawdown below here. Chinese indicator that says it's going to drive down. No, I never had one. Never used one. Chinese indicator?
Yeah, there's a little voice when the news comes out. If it's bad, it goes, something wrong? That's it.
That was really a thing? It speaks?
Fuck knows. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
My terminal all of a sudden said something wrong. Yeah.
Sell the market now.
Stop talking to me. Get slapped with a newspaper if you overtrade. Huh? The mom indicator. Just the shoe coming from the other end. Stop.
Footsteps coming down the hallway.
We got the hourly closing, but as long as the hourly closes below 1948.07, I'm gonna leave it open. Once it starts closing, driving up above there, I'm gonna. It's a little higher. There we go. Yeah, 1948.1. We want to respect this level because if we respect it, we're closing bearish, but respecting resistance. Wow, back to 7. Right near the beach, boy, yes. Yeah, 4 hours gonna re-break the 4 hour highs, so hopefully that's gonna be the liquidity grab. Continue driving down. Racy. The song to drive to? Yeah, as long as it don't drive the other way, right? This massive room daily. That's what we want. We want to fill the daily wick. 40 areas. Two minutes, chat. 2 minutes, key closure. 3 minutes. Hold on, guys. Let's see how we close here. Will we close or will we leave it open?
Bastards.
We respected the hourly area here, right? So
Depends. If you beat
regardless, I
glass
mean
or
the
something,
the overall, yeah, you can make a bottom wick here and drive up, but I expect that, right? That's why we opened up with no top wick. We're still gonna create a top wick for it. It's just it might be the next candle. Might close bearish here on the 5, next one comes up. And you want the 5-minute closing below here as well, below 47. Otherwise it could still drive up, we can make a steeper wick on the 4. Yeah, so the hourly now has a top wick. Like I said, if we come up to 50 areas and we start closing bullish, well, we start closing bullish above them on the higher time frame, we'll probably manage risk. But if we start closing bullish above them in a smaller time frame and then start heading back down, I'm gonna look for pineapples on the way down. Because everything, all the pullback right now is just gonna be clean range. All these orders will be cleared out on the way down. I mean, 4-hour close below everything. There's no minor support here. This is very minor. The range is from up here. That's where it grabbed liquidity here from. It should retest 40s, 38 areas based on the higher time frame. This would be so much easier if I had an AC.
More comfortable, anyways.
I'd be more comfortable. I'm fucking hot. You know what's funny? I spoke to Don earlier today. I was like, yo, I got no AC. He's like, imagine you're gonna be in drawdown and sweating. Yo, I gotta call him. I gotta tell him.
And there he is.
Yeah, thanks.
Where is he? Alright, did he show up? No.
Oh no, sorry. I just meant you in drawdown and sweating.
He's a fortune teller too.
Nah, cause I spoke to him. I was fucking already sweating buckets. Like it was cause it was hot. It wasn't even evening yet, right? It was it's like middle of the day.
Oh, I can't do all that shit. How hot does it get there?
Oh, we had, like,
It gets hot.
In the daytime, it was like I think 92 or 94 today, but it was like 90 in the crib.
Wait, do you know what that is in Celsius? Is it like 36 or something?
Something like that, like 30, 40, something like that.
Yeah, fuck that, mate. I'd be melting.
Yeah.
Is it
it's that
humid?
dry. It's like that dry heat. See, like that. Like at least with humid. Yeah, humidity.
Humidity is what kills.
Mm-hmm.
Hour. Let's see what the goat says here on the 23. The 23 look exactly like the 5. I'm just gonna watch this on the 23 minute.
Oh man, that's a bit loud. Sounds like the news coming on.
That's Michael Jordan coming out of retirement.
I remember when he did that. Then he's like, "Yeah, I'm retiring again." Remember when he was playing baseball for the White Sox?
Yeah. I remember all that,
Yeah.
I just saw, what's that, The Last Dance? Pretty good. I was like, yo, I lived through all of that. I remember all of that. Got some more fans.
Come on, 1 hour. That's a nice pullback on the 1 hour.
The higher time frames are all in our direction. I mean, you should.
Yeah.
It's
That's real good.
It's a high probability it goes in our direction. It's just a matter of time. If it doesn't, it's honestly, I would take the same position again. I'm looking in the future. I'll probably have a sell stop below this bottom wick here, the way we came down on the 4. But overall, same idea. It should still come down. I mean, look. Close below these 4 hours. There's clean candles driving up, down here. We should drive through them eventually on the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour break the high here, or the previous. Oh, I respect it. Fucking Storm Blast thing got pulled into another dimension. That's how it was going to see MJ back in the day. You're going to see Jordan walking into the United Center. I hated the guy because my team could never win. If Jordan was coming to town, you always wanted to go see it because like he was an attraction by himself. Like, holy shit, you went to see Michael Jordan, not the Bulls. But when he was coming to town, you knew like you were taking an L that night. It was like trading. Like, all right, probability dictates that you're gonna take the L. Like, you might win, yes, you might, but probability-wise, it's, probability's not on your side there. If Jordan was coming to town,
Yeah, like his whole team would have to suck, and he would have to have a shitty game for you guys to win.
The guy. Remember the fever game in the playoffs? He had like a 40 fever. It's like.
Oh yeah, I remember that game when he was sick. Yeah.
I think Scotty had to like drag him off the floor and shit. What are we doing 4 hour?
It was like 90 out here for a couple days. Now it's freaking 60 again and raining.
Where are you? You okay?
Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right. Northeast.
The Northeast, fucking. Shit, what they say out here? You don't like the weather? Just wait a minute. You like it.
And then, you're liking this weather too much right now. We're gonna have to switch it up on you.
Yeah.
Don't go enjoying this nice weather right now. break the lows, it'll be a 1 hour celery play. We need to break not the 1 hour lows here, but the previous 1 hour before that. So it's
Yeah,
the 4 hour low, the previous 4 hour low, to be able to take advantage of the clean range below. The Heat are cooking. What's the score? Because I've been missing most of the game here.
yeah. This worst 1 hour looks like it's gonna fall here.
Gotta happen. I think it could look like whatever. It's gotta happen. But I definitely agree with you. I see what you're saying. Like, it's like from the higher time frame on down, everything's telling one story. So it's just a matter of time. Time and tolerance. Oh, it's because Duncan Robinson's on fire. 4 for 4, 2 threes. Oh shit, the Heat are up. Offensive. Offensive. Call that offensive. Yeah. Yeah, lowered the shoulder. It's offensive now. They only up by 1. They up by 3 right now, but the thing is, they up by 3 in the fourth quarter after trailing, I think, double digits, right? I think they were in drawdown for most of the game. Oh, that was 3. Gotta be 3 shots. The Heat are a strange team. They're really a fourth quarter team. Denver, Miami is bearish word. DM's bearish. What'd you trade today? Or grab more liquidity. I think it flipped since. Did it flip here? Did the 4 hour flip at some point? No, it got close, never flipped. But then the 30, then the 1 hour respected. 30 made a top wick, never broke the previous 30. 15 closed bearish back in range. And the 5 closed bearish below range. Every single time frame's in our direction. Joker is a whole nother animal. That's why he was the MVP and not Tatum, I think. Not the level. I think the 4-hour reflipped. Yeah, the 4-hour flipped bearish again. Can we break the 4-hour lows here? Well, good thing here, if it pops down, then we can't get slipped. We are already in.
Right.
The 4-hour is the best looking time frame. They say that, it flips bullish. Gotta position my stand-up chair. Am I really sitting or am I standing up right now? Be patient. And the good thing is we're in the middle of the hour, right? The hourly's not closing here. So once it breaks, it should really pop down. Heat 6 for 6 from the field in the fourth. I mean, that's what sucks, right? They're 6 for 6 and they're up 3. So they have to be damn near perfect, right? In order to play like a tie game, like a break-even game. Break-even. Woo, woo. We hit the 3. Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets. Right back. And one. Yo, honestly, both these teams got much better as the season went on. As the playoffs going here. Jimmy Bucket, man, yeah. Oh, they went zone on him. They were guarding a man, now they just went zone on him. It's tough to guard a man. Alright, I'm down here, breaking lows.
Very nice.
Need to break the previous 4-hour low here. I should just drop, technically.
Let's say like 1942.5. Very nice.
I don't know when it's gonna happen. It should get there. I mean, if you hold the 4 hour, it should get there.
I think if I was gonna drive up right now like hard, I would have just done it.
I don't think it would have broke the previous 4 hour low here.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of range to drive down.
Oh, back in profit.
Hasn't broken yet.
He's teasing us.
I was gonna keep fucking range up. Oh, break hard.
Can we break?
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Once it breaks, it should pop. There it goes. Yeah.
Said nobody gets a free lunch in gold. I get.
Did we look at anywhere for break even?
Yeah, I'm looking around. It's 35 pip range. Got about 10 here. I want to give it some room. There's a lot of room to go down here. I want to give it some.
Yeah.
If it pops.
Yeah, range that long. I think it should push.
Because it could technically, the 4 hour just broke, but it can come back up here. I mean, there's a lot of potential to head down though. I didn't have 10. I had 9 here. I can't go break even at 9 after we just broke that 4 hour low.
We might be looking at a 30 close though. Should we wait for that or?
Yeah, there's a 30 close coming up in 5 minutes, and then you might get it. If it doesn't drive till then, you might get a top wick on the 30.
Like, it doesn't
What is
really
it-
matter
what
too
is
much
the
now,
4
does it?
hour
As long as we close below.
I mean, I don't see this 4 hour going anywhere but 42 areas.
Yeah.
After pulling everything it just did and grabbing that liquidity,
Yeah.
why?
Do you think it would have been a bit nicer if this new hourly broke the highs though? Because it didn't, did it?
Well, it broke the lows. I respected the highs, but it broke the
It
lows.
respected the highs, it respected the levels on every higher time frame. Look, the hourly, the 30 never even broke the previous 30. Went straight down. If the daily, the 4 hour broke the previous, the 1 hour broke the previous, 30 broke the previous, 15, 5 closed even now further below. Like there's nothing telling us we come up. I'll take that probability, right? But honestly, I'll take the probability of this trade and the probability of us heading down any day. I would hold this rather than going break even here at 8 or 9 pips any day.
Yeah, I'd be more like, if we don't break the 42 low and respect that one, then that's a different story. But that 42 low should be good.
Like I said, we have to start printing bullish candles on the higher time frame, and right now we're breaking all the lows after grabbing liquidity, after making top wicks. This was your trade? 1953. TP1, TP2. Oh, you killing it. We got a really good entry. We got an entry basically on the 30 celery and the 4-hour break of the lows. Like, all right, that's where our entry is. Like, right on point. That's where we would have entered, even if we waited for the top, for the pullback.
We just had the pleasure of sitting in drawdown for a bit.
Doesn't go without that. Nice 5 rejection here.
That was nice.
No, the sell stuff. This 5 closes bullish. I don't know. What they ask in the interview room, I don't know. Is that your girl? I don't know. We got a 9-point lead. With what the fuck was that? 3 minutes to go. I'm gonna go break even if we once we re-break that previous 5 low. That's what I'm gonna do, break even. We have to re-break 1944.96.
Yeah.
I was like, how about you? What's the vape flavor? This is peach ice. Mr. Boogie with the hoodie bangers on stream. Me too. Me too, man. It's getting to really like Boogie.
Oh,
Move
I
this.
guess that's respecting, wasn't it?
It's respecting it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Actually, that was nice.
You know, like how we had just opened with no. Why does this keep moving? Oh, because I'm doing it on there. The 30 closed, right? 30 closed below range here. I would expect to fill the 30 wick.
Because of where it respected that closure, it might not even create a top wick. I guess
No,
it's
it
about to.
should. It should. I mean, if it doesn't create, I think maybe the next 5 will. Hey, if it doesn't, great for us, right? But it should. We have to break this 30 wick, and then we'll go break even. Until then, we can come up, make a steeper top wick. Anything can happen. Oh, I accelerate.
Yeah, like it says, if 30 didn't make a top wick, I'd want to see it break the low and just go. If not, then they can always make a bottom wick and then a top. Could be just a little slow trickle all the way down to like midnight or some shit.
It doesn't need a top wick. The hourly's got a really nice top wick, and it broke the previous hourly low. Like, don't need one. We just need to head down to those 4-hour lows. Don't you flip it. Not break even yet.
All right.
Break even yet. I'm not break even yet. I want to break this. All right, we just broke. I'm gonna go break even here.
Yeah.
If it comes up and takes us out after all that, I'd be annoyed. But I think if it takes us out, it's gonna make a steeper top wick.
Yeah.
This 5 doesn't have a top wick, right? So I'll break even here. I got no risk on the table.
Yeah.
We did break that. We did break that low, so I'm not expecting it to come back up here. If it does, then we'll stop fucking move. What's going on? Yeah. The 30 closed. Filled the 30 wick, right? It should technically drive. We broke that 30 wick. We're not looking for another top wick here.
Nice.
So no risk on the table at this point. It's house money, guys. So just, not losing anything, but
Yeah.
we still want to secure some bacon here, right?
Yeah.
I saw 9.8. I haven't even seen more than. I haven't seen 10 pips.
Nope.
There's just no reason for us to come back.
Yeah, that's almost like perfect.
I mean, I don't know, as we break the lows, you guys can look to close if you want. I'm gonna look to hold it for now. Once it hits, let me see, what was the level there?
That 42 level would be beautiful.
43. Yeah, I think once it hits 43 areas, I'll go 10 pips in profit. 43.8. That's also roughly the 20 pip mark.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at futures too. Futures coming down pretty good too, so that's a good sign.
We don't want to wait for the next hourly and the top wick on the next hourly. We want this to drive.
Push, baby. Okay, so
It's annoying as the previous top 5 has no top wick.
if you guys only knew all the other stuff I look at.
It's annoying because I know we need to grab liquidity there, but it's also, it's just a visual because for me, I'm looking at the higher time frames here. I'm looking for it to continue driving.
Yeah, it was a nice 1 hour. I knew that 1 hour. It was just, I had too much force in it. When it was coming down, you could just see it. Like when it was printing, it was just like pushing.
There we go.
You know, sometimes you could tell by the candle volatility in like the 1 hour, you can tell like it's gonna push.
If you want, you can move your stops here. Not even. I've had about 15. I didn't close anything. There's an area right here, 44, that I'm concerned about. All right, gang, I'm gonna go 10 pips in profit here. All right, so I'm gonna secure. If it comes back here, I'll secure. If it doesn't, great, we'll drive. I'm 10 pips in profit here. We get to 40, my TP is at around 30 pips at 42.6 areas, 42.7. It's around 35 pips actually, 42.5. That's full TP, but we might get taken out here. And yep, there we go. I just got taken out.
You got something.
Yeah, I got better than I expected.
Yeah.
I got 10.8 pips. Gave me credit for a little more. It should still come down here, but honestly, I'm sweating buckets.
You're sweating. It's 10:40. You know what I mean?
I'm sweating, literally sweating buckets in
here.
Yeah. Not for the trade, but.
Talking about discipline, he's getting up sweating like fuck after that.
Yeah, but
I'd be sleeping in my truck with my AC on all night like that.
Just turn the truck on, hook up some kind of hose to the
Right.
house.
Well, I got like portable air conditioners. I got like I got window ones too and shit, but it's not that time out here yet. We only had 2 hot days.
Do you know one thing that's mad? Like in the UK, it's getting quite warm during the summers. Yeah, there's no fucking market for air conditioning at all. It's mad.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just emerging, kind of like in the last year or two. But it's non-existent, really.
Huh? Well, it wasn't like ever that hot before.
Well, I mean it is, but I guess in the last 10 years it's got a little bit more. But there's just nothing. You just sit there and sweat like fuck.
Yeah. I got taken out. I closed half. I could close half at whatever it was. And I just got took out break even.
It's gonna run here. It's gonna run on the 4 hour. It's just a matter of sitting through the candles here. I think we could have more entries once you get more closures below here, below 1945. I want to go, guys. I'm gonna call out. I think I'm gonna take my kids. My kids are in the other room. I think I'm gonna take them to a hotel or something.
All right, bro.
Hold on. Let me update this. Let's make this look proper.
W.
Since people weren't on here.
What's up?
Since people weren't on here, I only updated the L from last week. Let's bring this to 29. Okay.
I thought about that, Joey, but fuck that.
Ooh. Your boy got a position here too. It's funny. I wonder when he entered. Probably somewhere. Yeah, I think this closure might have been it. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Fucking soaking wet, roll a joint. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the morning.
No, some more
All right,
thanks.
Wicks. Have a good night, man.
If I don't fucking melt. Thank you guys for sitting through some of that drawdown with me in the heat.
You'd be so hot you're gonna shave your hair off.
No. Leaving that. Don't touch my hair. Shit. I'll sleep in the car. Yo, the Heat won? The game's over? Did I miss it?
Heat one against you as well, by the looks of it.
They were down 18. Yeah, they won. 111, 108. Beautiful. Series time. That's all they needed to do. Steal one in Denver. Now it's home court. Ooh, he might respect this and come back down. Yeah, this is a very interesting trade.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might have more positions here once you start coming down, breaking these lows. Wait, let me see.
What, you mean you don't want to take one more trade to pay for the hotel?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have closed there. I probably would have kept my stops at break even, or if I was, or the previous 5 range, just based on the 4-hour. It should run here. If I wasn't feeling like this, then probably would have been in there. Anyway, it's a W anyway. It's a Sunday session. Tomorrow morning is going to be more W's. There's probably going to be trades in London. I don't know if I'm going to be on stream. I want to get to a hotel. I'm not next to a computer, and I don't trade off my phone. My goal right now is to make it back here by 6:30, maybe 7, so I can trade, and then meet the AC guy. But yeah, that's our stream. I think. Look, we went through two full tapes. I gotta switch the tape again. Okay, thank you for showing up. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening for the Asian session.
Nice one. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
All right, later.
Later.
Later, guys.
See you, everyone.